Welcome in to this edition of Great City Attractions. Today we visit the capital of Germany. These are the great city attractions of Berlin. The Brandenburg Gate, a neoclassical monument that's become something of a symbol for the city of Berlin. The gate itself was completed in the late 1700s under the orders of Prussian King Wilhelm II. Napoleon famously marched through the gate after his victory at Jena, while the monument suffered damage from bombing during the World War II conflict. The gate served as a rallying point for those celebrating the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989. The Reichstag, home to the German Parliament or German Bundestag. Originally completed in the late 19th century, the building suffered large damage from a fire in the 1930s. The building's capture towards the end of World War II held symbolic significance for the Allied forces, with Russian troops raising a flag over the building on May 2, 1945. Reunification ceremonies took place at the Reichstag in 1990. The large dome and neo-Renaissance architecture give the building a striking presence. The Berlin Wall Memorial. Symbolic moments don't come much bigger than the tearing down of the Berlin Wall in 1989. The wall, which was erected in 1961, sought to curtail movement of East Germans through West Berlin. The concrete wall, which rose up to 15 feet high, evolved through the 1960s, eventually spanning some 100 miles. Over 180 East Germans are known to have been killed attempting to cross the wall. The spread of democratic fortune saw the wall come crashing down at the end of the 1980s. The television tower of Berlin is hard to miss. Soaring to over 360 meters in height, the building is the tallest you'll find in all of Germany. Completed in 1969, the building boasts amazing views from its observation deck, while a popular bar and a rotating restaurant are also present here. Feel free to subscribe to the channel below. Charlottenburg Palace. Constructed during the late 17th and early 18th centuries, Charlottenburg Palace remains popular with tourists to this day. The main drawcard of the palace remains its wonderful gardens, with a famous tea house, mausoleum, theatres and pavilions all present within the grounds. Tours of the interior include visits to the old palace and new wings, with their ornate Baroque decorations providing highlights around every corner. The Berlin Victory Monument. Erected in the 1860s to note Prussian victories in the Prussian-Danish War, this glistening column of sandstone was relocated from Republic Square to its current site at the Great Star. At the top of the statue lies Victoria, the Roman goddess of victory. A number of pedestrian tunnels allow access to the site for those on foot. The Men-at-Arms Market, as it translates to in English, is a popular meeting ground and includes a number of notable buildings. Within the square, tourists will find the Berlin Concert Hall, along with both the German and French churches, both of which were built at the start of the 18th century. Museum Island, a fascinating area that's absolutely full of great museums. This World Heritage Site offers much for history and art lovers. Notable museums here include the Old National Gallery, the New Museum, which is known for its Egyptian and Greek collections, and the famed Pergamon Museum, which houses both the tremendous Pergamon altar and the Ishtar Gate of Babylon. Berlin Cathedral. Located on the aforementioned Museum Island, the Berlin Cathedral is a German evangelical church and the largest Protestant church in Germany. The history of the church dates back to the mid-1400s, with prominent Baroque towers added in the early 1700s. The church has undergone large reconstruction work after sustaining considerable damage at the end of World War II. The Berlin Zoo. Widely regarded as one of the most popular of all zoos, the Berlin Zoo attracts over 3.3 million visitors each year. Among the highlights you'll find here are polar bears and giant pandas, while the zoo also houses a number of great apes and big cats. The aquarium on site houses one of the biggest collections of aquatic life in all of Europe. The Memorial to the Murdered Jews of Europe. An undeniably horrific part of history that's remembered at the Memorial to the Murdered Jews of Europe. The memorial consists of 2,711 concrete slabs placed at intervals to remember Jewish victims of the Holocaust. The display was completed in 2005. The history of the Holocaust and its consequences can be viewed in a nearby information centre. That concludes this edition of Great City Attractions. What's your favourite place to visit in Berlin? Comment below.